Hello all, it is Pit Bike Mike, and from the top of a mountain, hill, something in between, overlooking the lands of the wild and wonderful. I gotta say, I'm real thankful that the weather cooperated and gave us one last good day before the new year. Yes, it's a little wet out. Yes, it's overcast except for the sun peeking out just a little bit. But it is one day extra of riding before we close out 2024. Let's get at it. Alrighty. I gotta say, first off, they got some phenomenal roads out here. Curvy mountains, backcountry roads just leading off into the wilderness. It's fantastic, and I can't wait to do a lot more riding of this area in the 20 of 25. I will admit, I have come down this road before on my Z900 already, and I will tell you what, it doesn't look like it, but it is decently steep. It is decently steep. And I'll admit also it didn't help that, I decided to drive this road when it was like 38 degrees, which I do not recommend, because it's a little sketchy. Cold tires on a motorcycle, a road that you're not super familiar with, it all leads to not a good time. But then, from the shadow, peeks the light of a Kawasaki KlX 230. Something that is underpowered, but so much fun, so flickable, so forgiving, even though it doesn't have ABS or any of that stuff, which, probably would be helpful sometimes if you're really getting at it. This little machine helps you explore all the best of roads. No matter whether you're familiar with them or not, it allows you just to feel like you're just going full throttle, which you kind of are, all throughout. And the good thing is, you're not going that fast to where if some reason something comes up and you're like, I think I'm going a little too quick. It's got that big old front rotor to slow you down before imminent demise. Where am I going with this? I have no clue. I have no clue where I'm going with it at all. But we're just out here riding, enjoying life before 2025. What do we have in store for 2025? Who knows? We really don't. For all we know, a meteor could just take us all out. Which, that would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? That's whatever. So, one thing I do know for sure. This Kawasaki KlX is going to be getting some rear turn signals. So, for most of you, I would say, that know, I did a TST Industries tail tidy on this KlX. And, brake light, wonderful. The tail tidy, it looks great. It really complements the look of the bike very well. Now, the turn signals are integrated into the back of the said tail light, and for brake lights it works phenomenal. It's nice and bright. It, you know, no complaints. But in the turn signal aspect, because, you know, I know some people don't care about such things. You know, I, for once, thought I didn't care about such things. But when you have to now get vehicle inspections and they look for crap like that, you care a little bit more. But what actually made me care is when I'm out riding with the wife or people that, you know, anybody, and they're following me and they're expecting me to give them directions of where to go. If I use my turn signals only to indicate where we're turning, there is a very, very good chance, like 8-10, that they will not see my turn signal come on. So I have to do hand signs. Now, why is that really a big problem? Well, if you have somebody that's following you, that's specifically looking for you to give them directions of where to go, and they can't even see your turn signals, what does that say about them? People in cars, the cagers that barely even pay attention to the road as it is. There's no chance. There ain't no chance that they're going to see my turn signal. So, that brings us to the installation of turn signals. Woohoo! I got myself some TSTs, Industries LED turn signals, which I hope mount up well. I had to get like this bracket that mounts to the license plate of the tail tidy that I have to put on said turn signals. So mounting shouldn't be any difficulty. Now it's the wiring. But, you know, okay, 2 wires, you know, shouldn't be too bad, right? Yes, one would think. It all depends on whether these turn signals come with the connector that will connect directly in to the bike as it sits, to where all I gotta do is unplug and plug the new ones in, which would be phenomenal if that was the case. And if not, and they're just bare wire that I gotta sit there and figure out, well, that's gonna be a whole nother project. So we will see what happens whenever they show up. But either way, I need them. I unfortunately now need them. Who knows, maybe if everything goes well and I like them, I might even do them to the front turn signals and get rid of the incandescence in the front and go to LED. But that is yet to be seen. Now back to these nice roads. Nothing like pulling out onto a major road with a stellar 19 horsepower at my disposal to quickly get up and moving while everybody's traveling probably like 70 something miles an hour. Acceleration and power! All that noise, all that throttle movement for 50 miles an hour. Woohoo! Alrighty, y'all. You know, with that little teaser of a video on probably the last good day of this year, I think I'm going to end it off. There's not really much going on. unfortunately. Hopefully in the new year there'll be a lot more experiences and adventures to come. But for this year, it is time to sign off. And I hope you all have a good year, or a good new year. So, on that note, hope y'all... On that note, for the last time in 2024, hope y'all like, subscribe. Pit Bike Mike is out.